Good morning, good morning. Hopefully everything's doing well. I gotta adjust some of my lighting and stuff. Well, for some reason, everything looks really red today. So, welcome. My name is Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me on another Monday morning, man. It's August 30th, 2021. Crazy, huh? So, we're already at the end of August. I'm just gonna do something here real quick. Work on, let's see, maybe this guy, maybe this guy. Working on adjusting the stream because I'm getting some weird coloring. Yeah, I have to do that later. All right. My name is Darkpool Algo, and I am a smart money, dark pool, and block trade software analyst, just so to say. We will use FlowTrade as our algo system. Typically, with that, we will try to find plays that are making moves and that have got some bullish divergence. This is the FlowTrade chart that you see in front of you. Okay. Just real quick rundown. If you see me drawing red lines, that means that they are regular block trades. If you see me drawing blue lines, those are dark pool block trades. A white line means it's party time. Just kidding, that joke's getting old, but I still like it. It's pretty funny. What else? Oh, the purple line is the regular algorithm line, and the white that you see is price action. And we'll typically look for moves that have some divergence. I'm pretty bullish by nature, so I like to play stocks that move upwards. And I'm slowly working on being able to work on bearish plays as well. So I am going to get signed into the chat and make sure that is working. It seems like it's working well. It's good. So we have chat, we have audio, we have video, and we have viewers. Yay, we like to have viewers. So with that being said, if you have any requests, comments, suggestions, make sure you hit me up in the chat. Let me know if you've got any plays you want to look at. Help me source that info. I can't do it all, and we'll just get started. I've got a couple stocks that I'm really interested in looking at for the week. I feel like these guys are going to make some pretty significant moves, and some of those were on the weekend watch list. If you haven't signed up for the watch list yet, go out to darkpoolcharts.com. Let me just put this in the chat. Sign up for the weekend for the weekly watch list. And every Sunday we'll send you a video. We'll send you the top 5 stocks, at least the 5 stocks of the week. It's more of a deeper dive, kind of like what we do on the stream, but it goes into a little bit more technical analysis as well. So with that being said, morning Chevy, morning Laz. If you have requests, I need to know about them now. Okay, I am liking DraftKings for continuation. I am liking AMD for a large move this week. Also, look at that gap up. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gap up to 1232. So, did it just find a new base? Yeah, it might have to fill that gap. What I'd like to see it do is pull back to 1140 to a 11140 to give me an entry to go long, targeting the daily color on the top at, so let's just go 117, 117.50-ish area. That's what I'm saying for AMD. Okay. All right. So these are some stocks I was looking at as well. Facebook, SAVA, S-A-V-A. I think there's an up and down opportunity there. I don't know what this IC is, but we can definitely check that out. I know everybody wants to see what's going on with B-Big this morning, right? This is a massive run after hours on Friday to sell off, right, to Friday's close. It's bull flagging now, rising 200. I'd really like to see it come back and test this 650 area, right? And then it can potentially make another move up. If 650 fails, we have 550, $5. If we get back into the 4-hour cloud, it's just going to go back down to being a penny stock. Okay. The other one was SPRT. Let's just see what's happening with it. All right. So, massive run up to fade. Look at how the 4-hour Kettler channel supported it. Gap up overnight, gap up overnight. It's struggling with the 50 SMA on the 5-minute chart. It does have the 4-hour Kettler channel as support. If it bases, it could very, very, very possibly base at 32. This may go for another day, right? Right? All that IV is gone. There's more IV in it. And we may keep an eye on it. So, all right. Wish, Affirm, Root, SPRT. Yeah, all those meme stocks. I mean, so the short squeeze may happen this week. Yeah, Veeb, all of these guys are doing banana things, right? Veev, I'm looking at Veev because see how it pulled back to the 50 SMA on the daily? We now have stacked positive moving averages, right? Pre-market, we're already moving pre-market. We're getting a MACD crossover. The overall sector is green. Oh, earnings. Is that today? Is that what we got? We've got earnings this week. Okay, so potential run into earnings. I know this one pays pretty well too. So the Veev could potentially come take out some previous highs. 340. All right, I need a drink. Bang. You may be replaced with water soon. Just kidding. All right. I don't know if I really want to look at all the meme plays. Let me just check out. Well, let's start with let's go through our rotation, shall we? We need to look at all right, let's look at futures and then we will go from there. LI had earnings, so that may be a nice one for a continuation. All right, so how do we look at this? Everything ripped on Friday, and the ES is sold off. It's currently making higher lows and higher highs, so it may continue to move. YM, kind of the same situation, except for it's just consolidating. The NQ is maintaining a rising channel. The Russell, kind of the same thing. Gold, it tried to do a Wu-Tang pattern reversal. It got smacked at 1820, and it may pull back to the yearly pivot at 1812. All right, so crude, going into the weekend, we had a hurricane. So 90% of pipeline production has ceased. So if there's no production, right, if there's no supply, that means the demand's going to go higher. So obviously, nice sell-off to support, opening range low. Currently climbing. I'm going to keep an eye on crude. Bonds took a dump going into Powell. They're slowly recovering. This looks pretty choppy on the bond front. And then the yen, right? The yen ripped off of news. So the yen is forming a pattern very similar to kind of like gold. So gold and the yen look very similar. All right. So we're keeping an eye on that. AMD looks like it has fallen through the 4-hour Keltner channel top. It's coming back down to test the 4-hour Keltner channel bottom at 111.79. That is bullish. That is it coming back and testing for support. Looking for a bounce off of 111.79 for a continued longer move on AMD for the week. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna write it down again to go in and fix these charts. See if I can actually remember to do it today. Let's see. Fix futures charts. All right, I've got it written down. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. Let me just change changes back. All right, hit me up with your requests. The request line is open. Where's my chat? Oh, there it is. All right, there it is. Is that the chat I'm using? Nope. All right, that's the chat I'm using right there. All right, so if you have requests, let me know. If not, I'm going to check out Twitter real quick, FinTwit, and let's see what we got. I canceled one of my Patreon services over the weekend. Somebody that I had some interest in following, their account size is a little too large for me to be able to follow and play in their arena. They're trading $500,000 accounts, and while typically you can scale down, too much Amazon, too much Google, right? I like playing for the masses, so I may pick up a new streaming service. I've been looking at Unusual Wells just to see. I think they've got a lot of data, and I'm a data person, so yeah, we'll just check that out. All right, so no requests. Let's check out AMD because it is moving back down into support. Like I said, this 111.36 area. These are definitely different. So 111.81. That is such a big difference. All right, so it looks like it found a little bit of support off of AMD support. Let's see, I'm not sure what this line is for. Maybe it's a break of that and we go along. Does anybody know what this clock is for? Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, there you go. Alert. Alright. Alright, if there's no requests, I'm just going to go through the scan and start pulling them out. Alright, so I'm not going to go over any that were on the watch list. Now let's check out Grow Generation, GM, and Coca-Cola. And then let's grab one from the weekly. Gosh, I'm not sure what. All right, so Nordstrom made the weekly kilts. Ooh, Nordstrom could be fun. All right. Grow Generation, what happened? What happened? This was a decent looking move. So GRWG, we have bearish divergence. The algo is pointed down. I don't know if it's going to come down and test previous lows, but if it breaks below previous lows, then we may look to go short with that. Keeping an eye on it for sure. Not something super interested. I feel like I just got attacked by a mosquito. It sucks. Don't know what this OSH is. See if we've got any monthly. Nothing good on the monthly. Let's check out Carvana. I believe Carvana is going to be a good play to the downside. Oh, you can't hear me? So yeah, I was wondering. Hold on, let me see. Check, 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 mic check. Yeah, I filmed the video and I was having some issues with the sound, so maybe we can do something about it. Sound. There we go. Alright, so input. Oh yeah, that's way down. Alright, check, mic check, check. That's probably way better there, huh? Alright, can you hear me? Microphone checka, 1, 2, recca. Okay. Alright, I'll work on the chat, or I'll work on the sound. I want to look at Carvana here real quick. This is a pretty significant net selling being supported by a block trade that came in at 339.10. If we can break below that, this is super heavy. All right, there we go. You guys don't need to see the old update. Hopefully it doesn't totally wipe out the sound. All right. There's background in the mic now. All right, mic check, 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 mic check, mic check. All right, let's try this one more time. Check, check, check. Check, mic check, mic check. Yeah, so usually I feel like this is the level I had it at before. Check. That probably lots of background sound. All right, check, check, check. All right. Is that good? All right, I'm gonna leave it here. 3, 2, 1. All right, chat, let me know if the volumes are good on the mic. Microphone checka, 1, 2, recca. I think this is pretty decent. Okay. It is. I use this mic for everything, and so if it gets changed, then it's a global issue, right? I've got meetings and stuff I've got to do. All right. So looking at Carvana, I mean, we're good. We've still got time. Okay. Looking at Carvana, the Algo started net selling, right? It's trading with price action, hit this level, and then just started selling off. So this would be making lower lows. I don't know if it had earnings. We'll have to check. But the only thing that's holding this stock up right now is really there's a regular block trade coming in at 339.10. That it was providing support. The Algo's net selling. We've got pretty serious downtrend there. Checking out Carvana on the old chart piece, right? We're below the daily or the 4-hour Kettler channel. We're coming down to test the daily bottom, so Carvana to 332.59 before it hits next support, right? Like something's going on with this stock. It's not just your standard pullback, I believe. All right, let's see if I can figure out if it had earnings or something. Yeah, it doesn't look at, well, it had earnings and it ripped and then it dripped. All right, so we have room all the way down to the 50 SMA at 331. Below that, I mean, we've got this 200 all the way down at 288. I doubt it's going to hit it, but it could very well get to 315. All right, oversold or overbought. These two always confuse me. I'll have to make a little sticky note. But yeah, this is a descending histogram on the squeeze. MACD's negative and decreasing. We're about to get a death cross on the 15-minute MACD. So I like Carvana short to like 328. Well, to the 200, so 330. So a little $5 move down It may bounce off of the 50, but it's pretty regularly broke through the 50. So it likes to live at -2. So -2 ATR seems to be the stopping point for Carvana. If it breaks below the 200, it'll get down to -3 ATR. Right, that happened last month, so nice little pull up. Yeah, so I'm going to look at Carvana to the short side. Like I said, I'm going to start looking at how to play puts and stuff like that, because it's not, this bull market's not going to be forever. So I'd rather learn now while I have an opportunity and everything's not chaotic. Does that make sense? Hopefully. All right, so let's check out Carvana on the option chain. What did I say? Sorry, I gotta do a better job of getting my levels here. 330. Yeah, it's super heavy. So there's two ways we can play this. We can sell the 340, 345 call credit spread for about $2, right? We could probably maybe even go out to the 345, 350 and get about $1.50 out of that. And that's just, we're stating that Carvana is not going to close above 345 by the end of the week. We could buy a simple put at 330 and it's a delta 25, so it's not super bad, right? And that would be stating that we want Carvana to come down to 330. We could buy a vertical to 335, the 335, 325 vertical for maybe $2, right around $2, and that it would be we would want Carvana to come all the way down to 325 to get max profit. Just to check in real quick on AMD. AMD bounced right off of that 4-hour Keltner channel bottom, right? It's currently at the 4-hour mid, looking to pull back at 112 for a move. So AMD is moving like we wanted it to. So yeah, as far as Carvana goes, I mean, I don't know I'm not super great at puts, right? I may just try to sell some premium here, right? So looking at again, we have to look at open interest. 343.50 would give us about a $3. We have to look at risk here. So if I sold the 345, I get a $2 credit, right? I would be risking 300 to make 200. I don't know if I necessarily like that one as much. Yeah, so I like Carvana definitely to the short side. Right. 334 is where I would make that decision. So if it can, so 332.50. Let me just draw a box. So if we're gonna find support for Carvana, it's gonna be in this area here, right? If we break below, if we break down below this area, right? So like if we break down below that area, we have a little bit more support right below that. Things will get real ugly if it breaks 320, 329. If it breaks 329, it's going to come down and test the 200 SMA. I gotta find. Come on, Toss, don't do this to me today. Daily simple 50. All right. Yeah, so it may come down and test 334.58. So let's keep an eye on it. This could be just a pullback for a move to the upside. However, the algo, like I said, the algo is pointing down. So let's just keep an eye on it. So that's Carvana to the short side. AMD, like I said, I like AMD long. It came back and it back tested the 4-hour Keltner channel top. So 115, 120, 125 potential on AMD. All right, where is my chat? All right, Twitter. Thanks, Laz. Cool. Oh my God, that's a cool. I think I need to fund $100,000 account just so I can play commons. Because look at this, right? Bounce off the 4-hour, through the 4-hour mid pullback, right? Going up to test here. This is just textbook. If I had a $500,000 account, I would have made some bank off of that guy right there. All right, here we go. Let's check out the requests. Twitter. DraftKings is probably one of my new favorite stocks, just because I live in Arizona and they actually opened up DraftKings this weekend to Arizona. Of course, I jumped in and got my little free bonus. Oh, there goes AMD. It just ripped. All right, so Twitter, yes, these are good ones. Good call. So what I see with Twitter is lots of dark pool levels. This move, this pullback here was filling the gap right to the penny. And now it looks like it's making a reversal play. So this would be a good one to look at for this week, right? We have a dark pool level of support at 62.97. We've got resistance at 64.19. What we don't want to have happen is this range trade from 63 to 64. It's really hard to, you can make money on it because obviously it's a dollar move, but I'd rather a clean break. The algo is trading straight up with price action. So I'd like a little bit of divergence to occur here. Definitely want a break above, let's just say that level there. Oh, come back here. So I'd like a pullback, move up, pull back to support, and continue to move up to 67.50. It's a $3 move, right? Contrarian, if this $63 level does not hold, we've got one final one at 62.29, and then we will continue this generalized downtrend based on price action, right? Right. Sell off, possible support. What else we got here? What are some other good things about Twitter? Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. All right, that was the Twitter. Moving over to DraftKings. This is a very bullish stock. Lots of, I didn't realize that DraftKings was selling NFTs on its platform. Yes, you heard me right. It is selling non-fungible tokens on its platform. With a regular block trade at 56.93, there is a gap that will need to be filled at some point. Let's just hope it's not this week. We have got Algo trading with price action, right? Generally bullish. That gap that needs to be filled is right here. Come on, grab the right tool. That's the gap that needs to be filled. So as long as we can take out the $60.50 previous high, I like it to the long side. Okay. That's DraftKings. American Airlines. I don't play American Airlines. I've just been burned too much on it. There's a ton of block trades coming in. You have a white line. I'm just going to leave that there. White line at 2013. right? Regular block trade at 2035, right? And then below that, 1997. I mean, it's super choppy. That's why I don't like it. It's not like a super clear direction, like, oh, hey, we're going to move this way for several days. No, it's always a chop fest. And as far as the algo is concerned, it kind of needs to get out of its own way, right? It keeps smacking into that level there. See what I mean by chop? So, the algo can come back down, which will pull price action back down. It's just, yeah, not a clear direction. Not my favorite stock, but if you like it, I just think there's better options out there in the airline industry, right? Delta, American, play BA. Well, I mean, oh, and hopefully AMD didn't just take off without us. All right, it just ran $1 in pre-market in like 15 minutes. That's, if I ever go to Miami, dude, we're gonna have to hang out. Sorry, if I ever go back to Miami, dude. Okay. Looking at Airbnb now, there's a lot of interest in the chat for Airbnb. And while it was my favorite stock last week, I don't know. It's formed the finger. Let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, the finger is this, right? I mean, that is just like, it's a head and shoulder, right? But anytime a stock does this to me, right, we're gonna fight. So, come on, close, thank you. All right, so Airbnb, we've got regular block trade resistance and support. So 152.13 is support. Unfortunately, all right, so 152, 158, 160, 161, right? Those are our levels. The algo's trading, it's just not super clean. I'm a little concerned that this is what Airbnb is setting up to do. There is a gap. That gap's got to be filled at one point, and so does this one, right? So that's what I'm a little leery on. I'm gonna keep a close eye on it. I'm willing to take some heat, maybe back to this level here, but there may be an algo flush, like one day algo flush down to wipe out those gaps that have to be filled before it can continue its move to the upside. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. So I'm looking for the positives, like maybe, possibly, this is the move setting up. Possibly that's the move setting up, but I don't know. Yeah, so let's just keep an eye on Airbnb. I wish it was a lot cleaner setup. It's just not, unfortunately. Okay. All right. He's got the fire. Lazzaro's got the fire. Okay, so all right. I'm gonna go back to JWin because it came up on a weekly. It's the OG of squeeze stock, right? It's one of the OGs. This is very bullish. It's bullish. It's very, very bullish. I'm gonna look at JWin a little closer today. The options move well and they pay well, and we have some very specific levels here. So what I'm looking at is 3706 is going to be my target. That is a block trade that came in, and it came in on the 23rd, right? We had one come in on the 25th so here's the 25th. This is that block trade that caused right, that caused the pullback. So this is going into Friday. It opened, gap down. This may be earnings, so we're going to keep an eye on this. All right, there's our levels, obviously. So this is how this move is going to be, right? Break up through 30, back test 30 for support, for a rip to 33, right? Potential move through 33, back test to continue on. Like, it's really, I haven't seen this in a long time. This is like, this is a massive uptrend, right? And now we're like trying to find some support, right? Is that the support we're looking for? Yeah, let's just check it out. So it's kind of sloping recovery, right? RSI divergence, MACD divergence. So we have a MACD cross happening on the 15. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert. If we take out, obviously if we take out Friday's highs, we do have the directional SMA line that is fading. We'd look for the 50, 200 cross. I think this is good enough. Okay, we have time. We have a few minutes. Let me just show you what this looks like and why I'm interested in doing this. So I always talk about squeezes and crosses and all this. So what I'm looking for is this 50 to come up, right, and this 200 to come down, right, and this area here, something's going to pop out. It's either going to go this way, right, or it's going to go this way. More than likely, with this squeeze releasing, this MACD crossing over, right, I believe we will definitely try to take out some of these previous levels here. So that is JWin. Yeah, so we're looking for this pullback to 34.50. So JWin 34.50. I gotta write that down. Okay. Okay. What else do we want to look at? Anything on the monthly? I don't know what Osh is. Is that Oshkosh? Oak Street Health. Okay, I see you. Yeah, this is gonna be a good play. All right. Last one, and this is probably gonna be a pretty decent one, as long as the options aren't horrible. And I've got to do some screenshots to illustrate what I'm talking about on this one. All right, so what I see here is I see a 1, 2, 3, 4, pull back to the mean at 52.50, right? Or even potentially coming up and testing this 56.50. So this may be a longer couple week move. It doesn't look like it moves a whole lot throughout the day though. And so what we've got over here is we've got stack positive moving averages, 821.34, the 50s on top of the 200. So this is that squeeze that I was just talking about right here. See how that squeezed and stuff popped out? Right, stuff went, boop, it popped out. I'm looking for this golden cross to happen. I'm looking for the RSI to become oversold. I'm looking for this bounce rejection squeeze. This MACD golden cross on the daily, and for the squeeze to slingshot up, right? So let's check out the options chain and see what OSH looks like. So I check where it is on the Celts. Yeah, so it's got to get back up into the weeklies, right? This is a weekly bottom channel, right? This is the daily. So it's got some work to do, but yeah, I think this is a higher highs and higher lows. All right, let's look at OSH on. See what kind of options we got for OSH. I'm looking to move to 50, 51, 55, 54. So bounce off of the 15-minute bottom, right? Higher highs, higher lows, sold off on Friday. Sweeping squeeze release. 20, 30, 62 hour, 4-hour squeeze. Like, I may be early. This may be another one of those I'm super early, but looks like going into the close, there's a shit ton of ADX orders coming through. 1, 2, 3 reversal, like squeeze slingshot, definitely oversold. Right, this is a good buying opportunity. Now, keep in mind, if it does not maintain support, it's currently in a demand zone. Well, it's got a micro demand zone. It's a real tight one. Okay, so that level there. Right, 45 is the point. If it breaks 45, it's got no hope. But it looks like it can, so just shitty earnings, dead cat bounce. That's what we're playing, okay? I'm looking for a move to there, and then I'm looking for a move to there, right? Then I'm looking for a move to and I don't know, somewhere in there. So 51, 53. I see why. It's only got monthlies. All right. This is going to be interesting. So, not super liquid. Delta 27, the 50s. Not super liquid, but they could be fun to play. If we went out to October, same kind of deal. Yeah, so if we get a recovery on OSH, this would be a day trade. I'd look to maybe grab the 50s, throw a bid in for 60 cents, right? And I'll grab a couple of them at maybe 50 cents or something like that. So AMD it backdoored off the AMD pulled back to the 4-hour top, and it's going to continue to move. So AMD is going to be on my watch for sure, and Disney's. All right, I'm going to run. Thanks for joining me. Once again, my name is Darkpool Algo, and I am here every morning at 1 hour before the open to bring you options, stocks, and potentially moves they're going to make. Oh, crap, Disney. Disney's got to get above the 200 SMA. If it does that, then Disney can move pretty good. If it rejects off of that, it's gonna chop. It's gonna be chop city, chop city, chop city. All right, above it there. So fib from high to low. All right, it's at the 50, looking for a move up to the 618. If it can do that, that would be. This is a pretty ugly Disney, like real ugly. Squeeze getting to release on the 4-hour slingshot squeeze. So Disney's gonna be on my list for a daily 2-day. I'm looking at this 3-day and 4-day high compression squeeze. and I'm looking for the move to daily top. So Disney 180 to 182 move. Yeah. So it would be this move here, this 180 to 182.50. Right, there's probably a dollar vertical and risk one, make 2.5. Cool. All right, I gotta run. Thanks for joining me once again. My name is Darkpool Algo. I'm here every morning, Monday through Friday, an hour before the open. Make sure you use the comment section below to source that information. I'm looking for y'all to, hit me up with your plays, comments. What are you guys looking at? That way we can review it, source that information, share the knowledge. I can't be everywhere and look at all things. Maybe you're looking at something that's like, yo, bro, this is going to rip. I can look at it. We can agree. We can formulate a plan. We can all make money and be happy. So stay safe, stay green. Yeah. Have a great day. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye. If I can find my stream now.